Imagine you've gone for a party, you would want to enter your best. But the key here is, how do you exit? Do you exit having conversations with people? Do you exit having connections with people? That matters much more in this party. But when you enter a party like ketogenic diet, you would lose a lot of fat. But do you exit with an intention? We'll deep down in this video, real truth about people, and I'll be telling you stories of Ketorets members and something to learn for you. Stay tuned till the end. Hi, welcome back. I'm Rahul Kamra, founder of Ketorets. After transforming myself and 1200 plus people, I want you to please pause the video and subscribe to the channel pressing the bell icon. Ketorets is the only channel in the country which discusses about ketogenic diet, fat loss psychology, and I cover up topics every Sunday at 6 p.m. which matter the most if you're struggling to lose fat. Coming back to the topic, we'll discuss a typical situation where somebody would ask me, how can I get into ketosis? They would research, they would check more details about it, and they'll push their level best to start their journey. And a point comes where one day they reach their goals, fat is gone, and now the real game starts. The real game is, after you lose fat, what do you do next? I've been on keto for the last 8 years of my life. Practically, is that the reason why I've been on keto? Do I not know how to exit? Or is it that my blood markers are better? Or is it that my hunger patterns are better? Or is it that I want to experiment and be on this metabolic state? Now, practically, being on keto for 8 years is my story. It's not yours. You may not want to be on keto for the rest of life. I have intentionally chosen to be a part of this for the last 8 years. What's yours, my friend? What are you going to do after keto? We discuss about two stories, A and B. These are two different people, same goal. Want to lose fat, want to exit out of keto. So move to chapter number 1, the exit which nobody prepares for. Most of us, we do not focus on exit because we never focused on exiting out of something gracefully. So practically, you spent months and months of being on keto. Your hormones started improving, your insulin started down-regulating, you started becoming insulin sensitive. Now when you're done with your goals, you've started exiting out of keto, and you expect it just to work like another diet, that from tomorrow I'll shift back to my normal routine and I would let the body adjust. That's where the biggest mistake comes into, because your normal was not normal for the body. That's why you need to define a new normal. So the fact of the matter is, the moment when you start introducing carbohydrates, insulin starts spiking up. The moment insulin starts spiking up, fat storage starts happening. When fat storage starts happening, you start building new habits which are not exactly you. You start spoiling all that months of metabolic work which you've done. You don't feel it immediately. That's the sad part. You'll find yourself, you'll be like, oh, I know my body, I know I've done that, I've lost fat, I can lose it again. And that's where overconfidence kills you. That's the main problem. You know something, that's one of the reasons why a lot of Ketorets members hate me for what I do. When they talk about exiting out of keto, they want to exit out of keto within the next few days. They want to exit out of keto with a shortcut. They don't want to exit out of keto with a methodical, particular plan, which is curated for them. Brings me to chapter number 2. What this overconfidence will cost you. Let's talk about real here. So I've seen this pattern quite a lot of times. Somebody who finishes keto, reports are absolutely clean, body fat completely gone, body measurements are better, weight has gone down, they're feeling super confident, everybody's appreciating them, and they're pretty much done with their results, focusing on exit out of keto, but at the same time, they were overconfident. Why? They had only 1 week left for their plan and they were like, I want to wind up within this week. Exiting super hasty. You need to spend at least 10% of your dietary time. That means if you've been on a diet for 12 weeks, you need to at least spend 1.2 weeks, that's 10 days of exiting out of keto, or you need to at least 21 to 72 days to introduce carbohydrates very gradually and slowly, with introducing carbohydrates, protein, and reducing fats. This is the key moment for you to realize. So practically, it starts with a very simple narrative that there was a weekend, or maybe let's say there was a specific social setting which they wanted to eat their favorite foods. That one meal becomes 2 meals, then it becomes the entire weekend of a cheat day. Then it becomes maybe let's say the next month, the entire month where they've been off keto. Slightly weight gain happens, couple of kgs come back to them. They simply ignore it with that confidence, I'm going to get back to it. Then the next month, again couple of kgs come back to you, and the total cumulative number is now 5 kgs. So congratulations, my friend, out of 25 kgs, you're back again by 5 kgs, and 20 kgs what your delta is. And now nothing is stopping you. Why? Because you're still overconfident. The confidence of these people is what inspires me. They're overconfident about themselves without having a plan. This is literally you managing the entire diet, putting your level best efforts and going back to square one. And when you go back to square one, it costs you. It really costs you. You know the sad part about this is, most of the people, when you try to pitch them, when you try to tell them that, hey, listen, you need some time, the problem with them is they'll think it's all about money. They'll think that I'm just trying to push them a plan. Practically, it isn't. We move to chapter number 3. Meet Akshansh. a story where I talk about somebody's exit. We started our journey, we worked for roughly around 6 months. We lost close to 20 kilos. We lost a lot of good inches. Recently, I did a YouTube video for him. He made a new video for his channel, which is his vlog, and he wanted to post it across how exactly keto changed his life. After when he left keto, he started working out way too often. He started focusing on his overall routine. He started focusing on his diet, and keto was his first step towards a more disciplined routine. There are people who are very funny. They simply leave their food weighing scale the moment their diet is off. They're off keto. They're like, oh, what is my food weighing scale? Earlier, they were measuring, in fact, onions as well. So here, Akshansh stopped. And he wanted to make sure that he measures everything, calculates everything, and does not mess up. So practically this was about Akshansh. Whereas I'm going to give an example about B, Mr. X. Mr. X is living in his X life. Mr. X is the same person who wants to simply get back to old habits. You don't have to give an example. If you've gained fat after leaving keto, you are the example. It hits really hard. I'm sorry to say, it is you going back to square one. You've gone back to where you never wanted to be. And literally, if that's happened to you, God bless you, my friend. You need to work on your habits. You need to work on your why. You need to work on your why. Why do you want to lose fat? We move to chapter number 4, the exit method which I apply at Ketorets and how I do it at this point of time. Let me just break it down for you in a simple way. I call this the metabolic revival phase, which is after the cruise control phase. Once a person has lost enough fat, I help them get out of ketosis through the metabolic revival phase. This is for 21 to 72 days. So the structure is very simple. That the first thing is which is carb introduction. Then I start making you introduced to legumes, lentils, some more vegetables. Maybe let's say at a later point some fruits, but not immediately to straight carbs. The second thing which is very important is to increase your protein intake. And for fats, it needs to be reduced very gradually. Because if you reduce it too much, you will realize that you are in a caloric deficit and you'll feel super hungry. The satiety levels cannot go off. At this point of time, when we're introducing protein and we are introducing carbs, they go hand in hand. So practically protein and carbs have 1:1 ratios and there is 1 gram of fat which is reduced. So that here you are introducing 8 calories, here you're reducing 9 calories. Now you may wonder that there's a deficit of 1 calorie. Practically yes, you stay in a deficit so that you maintain yourself and just to make sure that you have some leeway for any kind of mistakes if you make. Now when all of this is complete, you move to the new phase which is called as energy rebalance. The name itself is self-explanatory. Energy rebalance is about rebalancing of protein, fats and as well as carbohydrates to make sure that you rebalance the entire system and you bring down to a point where you design your own diet so that you don't mess it up again. This is the level of hand-holding which I do at Ketorets. If you want to know more about exiting out of keto much in detail, don't forget to comment below exit. On this video, if I get more than 10 comments about exit, I'll be happy to make an entire series which is going to be super interesting and just will teach you how to exit out of ketosis. Not only just the Ketorets way, but also I'll be giving you live examples of how things work in. So don't forget to comment below. So we move to chapter number 5, what keto gives you. This is again a disclaimer. I've been on keto for the last 8 years of my life, but I do not say that you have to be on keto for the last 8 years of your life. You will want to live a life which has more balance. For me, the first year was about fat loss and it was also about fixing the damage which steroid use actually made me damaged into. Year 2 was all about making my discipline and bringing in that resilience that, okay, yes, I can be on the routine. For me, year 3 and year 4 and year 5 was pretty much normal as usual. For me, year 6 and year 7 and year 8 was also realizing that as I turned 32, I have no metabolic issues as compared to my friends. Blood markers have been clean for years. Workout has been much better. I feel much more energetic. I don't feel out of energy. I am recording this at 10:25 p.m. at the moment after a complete hectic day and I have a call at 10:30 in the next 5 minutes. Practically what I try to do is that I try to balance a lot of things together and keto helps me to be much more energetic. It helps me to focus much more towards things. It helps me to make sure that when I have the most stressful times in my life, I can calm myself down and I can focus on what things matter the most. Practically speaking, keto is a tool, brilliant tool to reach your goals, but it is your choice what you do after keto. If you've been on keto for the longest of times, you've been clueless about how to exit out of keto, happy to obviously have a conversation with you. I hope you found this much more useful. I want you to be much more aware about how cardio is not great for fat loss. It can help you to improve your cardiovascular muscles. Check out this video, you'll understand what I'm saying and how you can focus on zone 0 exercises which can help you to maximize your movement and help you to make sure that you lose more fat. Check out this video. I hope you've also seen last week's video which was about a lot of things related to fasting insulin. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. This is Rahul Kamra. I'll see you next Sunday 6 p.m. with an informative one. Signing off.